This RV is playing the role of a home on wheels for the Salvatore Hume family, as they are taking on the classic cross-Canada road trip. The road has been their home since June 2015.
The idea was for my daughter's education. When I saw what she learned and maybe didn't learn in high school, I thought maybe she'll get more with an interactive kind of experience.
I didn't want to go at all. I had plans for grade 10, and then as we got closer to the date, it just kind of warmed up to me. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
The journey has taken them from their Markham, Ontario home east to the Maritimes, west across the prairies, through the Rockies to Vancouver Island, and now up to the Territories. The past months have given the family lots of time to learn what roles in their nomadic lifestyle they each have to take on to ensure things run smoothly.
I've kind of taken over the driving and the mechanical, electrical, plumbing. And then my wife really has been a great mapper. Like, she just maps everything out for us in detail. And we're going here and we're doing, and we know weeks in advance and we kind of have it laid out.
As a high school student, this trip of a lifetime hasn't just all been fun and games. Anastasia still has to take classes.
And she gets the exact same credits that she would if she was sitting in a classroom at her school. When we go back, those will count towards her Ontario diploma.
And I was doing history, like what I have to do for school. And I was reading through it and I was like, oh, I learned this. I learned this in Newfoundland. I learned this in Nova Scotia. I learned this in BC. And then going through it, and I don't even have to study for the exam because it was like, I already know this because it was a hands-on experience.
We have learned the history of Canada, watching how things have grown from the East Coast right through to the West Coast, how things have developed, everything from, you know, the first settlers here to our First Nations. I mean, that's probably one of the greatest educational pieces.
Another piece the whole family has educated themselves on is the blogging world. The Salvatore Humes run Teen Across Canada, a website documenting in posts, photos, and videos their adventures.
It was actually a good idea because now I get to practice my writing more.
The last maybe 5 or 6 blogs, she hasn't even made a punctuation mistake. So I'm pretty impressed with how her writing has improved.
People, oh, we've seen your blog, and we make friends like that, you know, or we'll tell people about our blog and then they'll tell us about theirs, and it's so great.
Of course, anyone who's been a teenager knows space and alone time, especially away from their parents, is important, and sometimes not the easiest thing living in just 300 square feet.
And there are days where it's like, oh, this is so great, I could do this all the time. And there are days where it's like, I need my space. I need to just, you know, go for a walk, go read a book.
The thing is, most of the time we are outside doing things, so it's good. Also, we've learned by experience that we do need to give each other our space.
So they've been from coast to coast and have seen many beautiful things along the way. But what do the Salvatore Humes think about Prince George?
I really like Prince George, actually. I didn't think I'd like it this much, but yeah, we've stayed here for like a week and we're only supposed to stay here a day.
Prince George has it all. I mean, it's absolutely spectacular. Friendliness of people, culture, environment, the First Nations. It's almost like the blanket across this country.
I love the people in Prince George. So friendly.
Being together during the good and tough times is helping Anastasia and her parents know what she's capable of.
She's a great judge of character, of situations. She analyzes a lot quicker and faster than I give her credit for.
She is growing up and she's experiencing life, so a little bit tough on me, but it's okay. I'm learning.
I feel like I'm going to go back kind of a different person. I've opened up more. This trip has really opened my eyes so much.
For Go On Shaw TV, I'm Casey Pitts.